9 months after a deadly domestic shooting involving two Naples police officers who were living together, the survivor talking to Fox 4. The last time we saw Officer Amy Young, her face was badly bruised and swollen after her boyfriend and fellow officer on the Naples PD, Dave Monroig, shot her in the face before killing himself. And now she's talking to Four in Your Corner investigator Warren Wright. Now, she doesn't want to be on camera, we should mention that, but she did surprise you when you knocked on the door of their home in Estero where all of this happened.
That's right. One of the first questions I asked her was, is she going to stay in this house? Well, you know, she's been through so much, and when I went into her home, she showed me a number of scars on her body where they took out nerves and muscle to help in the reconstruction of her face. But she says every move she makes now is all about what's best for her children.
The crime scene tape is gone. This beautiful manicured neighborhood was witness to a violent and deadly case of domestic violence. Sergeant Amy Young with the Naples Police Department was beaten and shot in the face by her live-in boyfriend, Officer Dave Monroig. While there is no sign in her yard advertising her house for sale, a small realtor key box hangs from her doorknob. I knock on her door, not sure if anyone even still lives there. But Amy Young was home, and she was kind, polite, and patient as I introduced myself.
My name's Warren Wright with Fox 4.
She invited me into her home. While she's not ready to go on camera yet, she was willing to answer some of my questions. Sergeant Young says she is still employed by the Naples Police Department, but is on unpaid administrative leave. Since her house is for sale, I wanted to know if she was moving from Southwest Florida. She said no, she's just downsizing, explaining her children have family and a strong network of support. Doing what's best for them is her top priority. She, on the other hand, has never felt more alone. She struggles with the physical and emotional pain of being a survivor of domestic violence. She explained that being a police officer was all she ever wanted to be. But if her health won't allow it, she hopes someday to take the pain she's gone through and use it to help others, either as a social worker or providing counsel as an attorney. Whatever her path, it will be to help those in pain, making sure victims of domestic violence have someone to count on as their champion.
It's been a very lonely time for Amy Young. Between all her surgeries and taking care of her children, she has little money or energy to spare. But she says she is determined to heal and make herself useful for everyone around her.
A lot of people still want to know that big question, and that is, what does she remember from that fateful night?
You know, she actually remembers being hit and forced to the ground, but then after that, she doesn't remember being shot. It's still very hazy. And then next thing, you know, she woke up in the hospital. So she's been through a lot.
All right. Thank you, Warren, for that new perspective. We have not heard from her in the development of this story until she spoke with you, Warren. And now we want to know what you think about her statements that she wants to help others, as she put it, possibly by becoming a social worker, a lawyer, or as Warren said, a champion for those of domestic violence. You can call or text 239-206-FOX4 or news at Fox 4 Now. Some tense moments.